Greetings of the day. I am Dr.Sini M. George from the Department of Management. Today, we are going to discuss one of the very vital part of the statistics, that is sampling methods. If we want to go ahead with the statistics, if we want to go ahead with our research, we need to first define our samples. So we need to know the different methods of sampling. As we all know, what is a sample? From the entire population, when we take out a part of it to conduct our study, that process is known as sampling, and that small part is known as sample. If I want to conduct a research on understanding the consumer buying behavior in India, then I cannot do the research on each and every person living in India. So I will choose around 2000 people, 3000 people and do the research. So those 2000, 3000 people are my sample. But what is important to understand is how I choose those 1000, 2000 or 3000 people. So what is the method that we as researchers can use? So there are two methods of sampling. First method is the probability sampling, or which is also known as random sampling. It is a kind of selecting the sample without having any deliberate choice. We are not purposely choosing that particular element for our study. We are just randomly picking up few people, picking up few elements and conducting our study. So, each member in the population has a known and non-zero chance of being selected. Like for example, there's going to be a program in our college and I want few students from the class. So I'll go to a particular class and I'll say any 10 students can come and join for this program. So here my selection is what? A probability selection. So this is what we do in probability sampling. Without choosing anyone on the basis of any criteria, we are taking them as a part of our sample. The second sampling technique is non-probability sampling, where we choose every element in the sample on the basis of certain criteria. It can be related to convenience, it can be related to geographical availability, it can be related to age, gender, cost, or any other parameters. So it depends upon the researcher and the study that he is going to do as to which sampling technique he wants to take, whether he wants to go for probability sampling or he wants to go for non-probability sampling. So picking up at random is probability sampling. But when you choose someone on the basis of certain bases or parameters, then it is non-probability sampling. But there are different ways to do probability sampling as well as doing non-probability sampling. So in today's video, we are going to discuss on these different methods of sampling. We'll begin with the probability sampling methods. The first probability sampling method is simple random sampling. So under simple random sampling, people are being selected or the elements for the sample are being selected at random and each of them has the same chance of being chosen. The second is systematic sampling. Under the systematic sampling, what we are doing, we are selecting the elements after taking a fixed interval in that particular sequence or list. For example, I want to select 5 students from a class of 50 for a particular project or assignment work. So I'll take out my attendance sheet and in that every 10th person, roll number 10, roll number 20, roll number 30, 40 and 50, I select them as a part of my study or as a part of that particular assignment. So after every fixed interval, that is after every 10 students, I am going to choose the next person. This is known as systematic sampling. The next sampling is cluster sampling. Under cluster sampling, if we have a very large area of study, or if the respondents or the elements of our population are widely spread out, so we will randomly select people from certain groups or areas. Such as, if I want to do the study on consumer behavior, I'll take few people from the north of India, some from the south, some from the east of India, and some from the west of India. So, since the area of India is very large, so I am going to take people from different groups or areas. This is what is known as cluster sampling. The next one is stratified sampling. Under stratified sampling, once the population is known, we divide the population into certain smaller groups, into definite groups. And from each of these groups, based on the common characteristics that they share, we select the elements to form the sample. So, what is the difference between cluster sampling and stratified sampling? Under cluster sampling, we don't have any definite group. Just based on a particular division, a random division, we are selecting the people. But under stratified sampling, what we are going to do, we are going to divide the population into certain definite groups, and from them we are going to select the people or select the elements for the sample. So, these are the different probability sampling methods which we can use for selecting our sample elements. The next is the non-probability sampling methods. There are many non-probability sampling methods. These three are the most commonly used. First one is snowball sampling. Under snowball sampling, people are being selected by the researcher. 2-3 people are selected. And these 2-3 people who are selected, they further convey the message of the research to the other, and they make the others also the participants. And further this information is carried on to the next set of participants, and they also become part of research. Like for example, I am doing a research, I want to know about the perception of the people regarding the new education policy. So, I don't know many people, so I know only 10 people who can give the proper answer. So, I share my Google form to these 10 people, and I ask these 10 people that can you forward this Google form to the people whom you know. So, these 10 people will forward the Google form to the next set of people whom they know. And those people will again forward this Google form to the next set of people that they know. So, this is what is like rolling of a snowball. Okay. So, this is known as what? Snowball sampling. The people whom we know, we select them. Then those people, they forward the information to the next, and then to the next, and then. So, then we get a connection of individuals, and all these become a part of our sample. So, this is what a snowball sampling is. The next sampling method is quota sampling. It is a probability-based stratified sampling, under which the target population is spread across a large area, and from it we select certain groups, certain criteria, and we select a sample from them. So, we specify here that we want people above the age of 18, or we want people who are males, or we want people who possess a particular character, and we send the questionnaire to them, we send the Google form to them, and we collect the response. So, those people become our sample. Okay, so here we are specifying that we need such type of people. This is known as quota sampling. The next type of sampling is convenience sampling. Based on the people who are available, based on the people who are accessible within our vicinity, we select only them for being a part of our sample study. So, this is known as convenience sampling. So, these were the different methods of sampling which we can use while choosing our sample for our research study. Choosing of the sample is a very important part in our entire statistical study. Because if the sample gets wrong, then our entire study, all our statistical tools will go in vain. Hope you have understood. Thank you so much.